Carnival 2015 has been one of the most amazing carnival seasons for Nadia Batson, the brand, in many years. With the success of Nadia Batson, the entertainer, with the success of Nadia Batson with SASS, the band being in so many more events that people are now able to see the band a lot more. With the success of Nadia Batson, the songwriter, having a lot of hits playing right now on the radio and getting a lot of great feedback. So this is definitely one of my best carnival seasons. Well, what's next for Nadia Batson and by extension Nadia Batson with SASS? We intend to basically invade all of the carnivals around throughout the Caribbean, because the Caribbean loves SASS. We do a lot of work throughout the Caribbean: Grenada, St. Martin, Antigua, Barbados. These are places that we touched already, and we just intend to get into more carnivals everywhere. Not just in the Caribbean, actually, just worldwide, and a lot more music festivals as well. Well, as Carnival is just a week and a half away, all preparation is for Fantastic Friday, as I'm a finalist in the Groovy Soca Monarch, which I'm very proud of this year in particular, because there were so many fantastic songs, well-written songs, melodious songs. Groovy was it this year. So to be a finalist in the Groovy Monarch this year is really, really a big accomplishment. I think so. And then I also was a finalist at the Chutney Soca Monarch. This is my first time entering the Chutney Soca Monarch, and I became a finalist. And I did very, very well. People were really happy with my performance and my presentation, so proud of that too. I've been in the business for quite a while, and I've worn many, many caps. Actually, I used to be a background vocalist for many years, so before really stepping forward and becoming recognized as a frontline vocalist, which happened in 2006, I used to do a lot of background work, a lot of writing behind the scenes, a lot of background vocals behind the scenes. So I was well known in the industry for many years before I was actually known to the public. My philosophy really is just to work smart and basically always observe the landscape of every single carnival season in particular. If you recognize what the people are in love with, like this year was a groovy year, so you find that we tend to want to emphasize more, put more emphasis on the groovy songs. And I've made a lot of changes too, just in terms of myself, physically, my image, and so my philosophy is always to be very, very smart and think ahead when it comes to carnival and soca music and the soca industry. If I had to say Nadia Batson that's a kind of tough one. Firstly, Nadia Batson is a very happy person. Secondly, Nadia Batson is an optimist. Nadia Batson is a dreamer. And Nadia Batson is a game changer. When was the best time and the worst times? It's difficult to say when the worst times were, because just because of my personality, I always tend to take a very positive perspective on any situation. So it's difficult to really say what the worst times were, because I would always turn every single situation into a learning experience. And by the good times, I think it's ongoing. It's every single time I get on stage. Having a band is something that I'm very, very proud of. Just having my own platform to be able to showcase my work and my creativity, I think that's something that's really, really ongoing. And just basically seeing the evolution of me as well, the evolution of Nadia. I think that's something that's ongoing as well, and I think that I would consider that probably good times.
You're enjoying that journey?
I am enjoying that journey. Yeah, but when you have your own band, you can do anything because it's your time, it's your 45 minutes, it's your hour on stage, you know, and you can present your songs in the best way that you possibly can. So that's something that I hold dear to me, and that's probably one of the best business decisions that I've made in my entire career, having Nadia Batson at SASS. My childhood was good, you know. My childhood, I was always a different child, but I wasn't aware that I was different. It's, you know, only in retrospect. Yeah, I was a different kind of child. I grew up very, very poor. Very, very, very poor. But again, I wasn't aware that I was poor. And I guess it's probably because I was always just a very happy child. I was always very studious, very, very bright. I was really good in school, and I always loved the arts as well, and I always loved to read. One of the main things I remember about me as a child was that I didn't necessarily need the company of others. Once I had a book, I was okay. I was okay with that. My parents could attest to that. I would just sit and read constantly, you know. My childhood overall, I had a good childhood. You know, I can't really say that I didn't. I had a good childhood. Oh yeah, my mom and my dad are very, 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 very supportive. Very supportive. Well, I know for me, I did a lot of things on my own, but that is not to say that I didn't have a good support system. In other words, I didn't feel the need to ask anyone for anything, but I knew that if I did, I would get it. So, and a good support system in my parents actually, and close friends as well, friends that I still have up to this day. But I do believe that people should find their own way and really connect to who you really are and what you really want to do, and basically just hone in on that, you know, because it can only help you. It can only help you in the future. Like for me, I can safely say that through all of my trials, the ups, the downs, I know that I could safely say I did it, and I did it, you know, basically on my own, you know, and that is something that you would feel good about no matter what. You would feel good about that. And as I said, it's not that I didn't have a good support system, because I did and I still do. I know that if I fall back, there are people there to catch me. But I also know that I work very smart. I don't like to say I work hard, because I don't believe in working hard. I believe I'm really in working smart. I believe that I work so smartly that it works for me, and it basically helps boost my ego too, you know, and gives me the confidence that I need to continue doing what I love to do. The big breakthrough moment for me would have to be when I became recognized as Nadia Batson, which was in 2006 when I sang a song called One Island. I remember people not even knowing if I was Trinidadian. At first, there were rumors that I was St. Lucian, because the song had kind of like a zouk flavor, and people were saying, she's not from here, she's not Trini, and da da da. But I will never ever forget that feeling when people not only started hearing your music on the radio, but when they start seeing you in public and recognizing you. That is, you know, a different level feeling, because in 2006 when I sang One Island, a lot of people didn't necessarily, you know what I looked like at that time. They loved the song was huge, but I think it was in 2007 when I sang Caribbean Girl, and I did, you know, a video for it, and I became a member of Kessie Band, and you know, we had Myland, and people started recognizing me everywhere I went. I think that was really what the breakthrough moments would have had to be. The biggest lesson I've learned is to trust myself and to basically trust my gut. I believe in my gut feeling. When I have a gut feeling about something, I tend to go with it. And anytime I go against whatever that feeling is, things don't turn out the way that I want them to. So that would definitely have to be, you know, the biggest thing I've learned, the most important thing I've learned, to trust my own intuition. It has been a great life, and it continues to be a great life. Because it's really just about perspective, you know, it's just about how you look at things. This is life we live in, you know. And on anyone's journey, sometimes, you know, things are up, sometimes things are down, and but for me, I think I always come back to who Nadia really is, and have always been the smiling girl, you know. I'm always super bubbly, always super friendly, and I can always depend on me to pat myself on the shoulder, you know. So life is always good for me. As funny as it may sound, while, you know, I'm not dismissing the fact that sometimes you would go through trials, or, you know, I just don't ever forget that I am who I am. You know. So yeah, it is a good life. Yeah, I have a few regrets, you know. I can't talk about all the regrets, but I do have a few regrets. In all honesty, I have no idea what I would be doing if I wasn't involved somehow in the arts. You know, in some capacity. If I wasn't on stage, I would definitely want to be behind the scenes as, you know, some form of vocal producer or director or writer, or I have to be in the arts. Like I can't even picture my life outside of this, you know. And I mean, I'm just being as honest as I can possibly be. I really cannot picture myself doing anything else. I'm very qualified to do other things, but nothing. I don't have the passion for anything else. So yeah. My OMG moment still remains the time when I fell on stage. It was during a performance years ago. I was still a member of Kesty Band. We were performing at a corporate event. So you're girl in high heels and trying to look all swanky. And I'm not sure exactly what happened on the stage. All I remember is the heel went into the stage, twisted my ankle, fell flat on my back, hit the monitors, feeling shame. So I want to lie down on the stage to sing so that nobody will say, oh gosh, people looking over me like this. While I am singing Caribbean Girl, the whole band, Kes is stretching his hand, I feeling shame on my legs still twisted. On this, I don't think anything could beat that moment. OMG. That is OMG.